Hey there traders, welcome to this New York session market review for the ICT Silver Bullet hour, May the 31st, 2023, where we're going to look at US500, and this was a painful session. The eventual trade that did pop up was kind of questionable, and you'll see the errors that I made along the way on this one. So with that said, let's jump into this video and see how things turn out. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content like this one, and also leave any comments or questions you've got down below. Massively help me out with the algorithm and all that good stuff. Okay, let's crack on. So we're into the Silver Bullet hour. So we've filled a 15-minute fair value gap, as we can see here, or we're filling a 15-minute fair value gap. We've hit a 15-minute order block. We do have a 15-minute fair value gap below us. So there's big gaps, there's plenty of space for this to come down. Filling an initial new week opening gap with a new week opening gap down below us. So this area is a big area to look for a reversal. Taking the daily low out, which was put in the New York session, so we've already taken a daily low out. Dixie is pumping really strong. It's not taken the daily high out yet. Oh. We've got some buy side up here on the Dixie, which is driving. Because we've taken sell side, we're bouncing off this on the 1 minute now. I'm looking for a 2022 mentorship entry, so I'm looking for a break of structure with displacement. Got a fair value gap short here. Our current swing high is all the way up here, so we're getting there. That's a bearish fair value gap that's been left. So now if we can pump up and leave a bullish fair value gap in the opposite direction, that would be our balanced price range, at which point I'd be interested in possibly looking for a long. Yeah, dollar really close, so dollar just needs a little push just to take out these highs. To me feels like it's building liquidity here, so I don't think I would enter. Oh, that's better. Right, it's taken that low, so I'm gonna have a swing high here now. That's nice. That's closed the order block. Nice big fair value gap. Bearish. Into that new week opening gap on the 15, so we've just tapped it. Because we've been so bearish, obviously coming down so long, I think if we are going to go long, it needs to be a very strong bullish reaction. And the fact that the dollar has pulled back just underneath, taking out the liquidity from the high, it's not great, is it? You'd want to see dollar taking the high. So we have another swing high down here. Not enjoying this price action though, especially looking at Dixie, with Dixie pulling back so heavily. I would have liked Dixie to have taken the daily high and then done this, and then if we got a bullish move on US500 I would be happy because Dixie would have taken its liquidity. Whereas now I think any pump that we'll get on ES is going to be short-lived because I am expecting Dixie to pull back to take this high. We've got a break of structure, but we've got no displacement going higher. This looks very weak. We're still bouncing off the old new week opening gap. We have this order block just below us. Dixie still dropping. We are coming into a balanced price range on the Dixie. This would be an area for the Dixie to reverse. That is a 15-minute balanced price range into a bigger order block. So this is a good area for Dixie to start pumping. Now if Dixie starts pumping, not particularly good news for an ES long here. Dixie starts pumping higher, we would expect ES to actually drop, which may take us into that 15-minute fair value gap. We've built some liquidity, potentially we get a fair value gap, maybe we get a balanced price range to come lower. Built some liquidity here, we pump up, leaving a fair value gap, but then retrace, leaving another fair value gap. We could get a BPR coming down, because this would suck people in here. Just out of curiosity, I wonder what the Euro's doing. Oh, Euro's taken daily low, broken structure, left the balanced price range all the way down here. Is it going to tap it just before 4 o'clock? It has done, so that's it. I'm now officially in a long position off this BPR. Hopefully dollar is going to come back into here a little bit and I just don't get run straight through. 5 pip stop, 5 pip take profit because I am on Euro USD. We have got a short position for bloody Euro, which I should have taken. Euro for US500 here. Balanced price range. Ah, shit the bed. Should have closed it out. Bad trade. It's not respected that BPR at all. It's taken the bloody lows. And that was the BPR trade for US500. Closed out, don't like it. Should have taken the ES trade. Just covered my costs on the Euro, the ES trade, which I got sidetracked. Looks like it could be potentially playing out now. I'm kind of glad we closed out of the Euro trade because that's not really playing ball at the moment. The Euro trade going long there is definitely counter trend, whereas this short on the US 500 is more with the trend. And again, we can see balanced price range is working really well. Right, so that was a good call closing out the Euro. Saved myself a $250 loss there. Should have been concentrating on the US 500, however, I got distracted and wasn't patient. So I missed the entry on the US 500. I'm just interested, I'm keeping the stream running because I'm just interested to see whether this gets the 5 handles. The entry presented itself within the silver bullet hour, but the execution obviously happened 2 minutes outside. Here's 5 handles and I would have been holding for 5.2, so again less than half a pip. How many of you would sit here this patiently when price is so close without just tapping it? Hey, there we go. Target hit. There we go. That there was some patience required. Finally hit the 5 handles, 5.2 handles, so that would have been a profitable trade based on a balanced price range entry, which is the entries that we all love so much. And as we mentioned earlier in the video, I think around here it would have been nice for a pump up and then a pump up reversal. My only regret is that I got distracted by Euro USD on this one. Lost concentration, took a break even on Euro USD when there was a potential setup there. Whether I would have entered this because it's outside the silver bullet time, probably would have done because I'm in that frame of mind today and I love BPRs. So there we go. Potential setups after a very tricky silver bullet hour.